Hi guys, so this is your video that is talking about identifying variations from a table. Now, there are 4 types of variation: direct, joint, inverse, and combined. But we're only going to focus on 2 of them. We want to be able to identify specifically direct or joint, or direct or inverse, excuse me, from a table. So let's do a quick review. Direct variation typically looks like y equals k times x. And inverse variation typically looks like y equals k divided by x. Now the trick here when we have data, right, like let's take an example, x and y. So we've got our x's and our y's, we've got 3 and 9, we've got 8 and 24, and we've got 10 and 30. So the trick here though is all about how is our table growing? What is our rate? We need to be able to identify rate and how the table is changing. We need to know what is the relationship between x and y. Right? So there's lots of ways to do this. I'm going to show you what I believe to be the easiest way. So when we want to talk about rate and the relationship between x and y, I need to get, if I'm looking here at my direct variation equation, I need to get x and y together because I need to know what the relationship is between x and y. So I'm going to divide by x so that x moves over to be with y. So now I have k equals y divided by x. So in this case, the relationship is that y is divided by x, and it is giving me my constant k. Now, when I look at my inverse function here, I want to talk about the rate and the relationship between x and y. So I'm going to multiply by x to get rid of the fraction, and I would get that my constant is equivalent to x times y. So my rate, my constant, is now x times y, and that's the relationship. So let's take a look at our first example, number 1. I want to know, do I get the same constant by dividing my x's and my y's or by multiplying my x's and my y's? So at this point, we're just going to pick one and test it out. So I'm going to take, because I can see that 3 and 9 are easily divisible, I'm going to check 9y divided by 3x, because it's always y over x. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So now we just need to see if that same constant is true for both of the other pairs. So then I need to take 24 divided by 8, that's 3, and 30 divided by 10, that's 3. So since all of these divisions gave me the same constant, that means that this is a direct variation. Close enough. So let's take a look at another example. X and Y, we're going to have 4.4 let's just try that again. 4.5, 8, and 312, and 218. So right off the bat, I'm going to be looking here and I'm going to say, okay, well, I know right here that 12 divided by 3 is 4, but 18 divided by 2 is 9. So I know right off the bat this isn't direct variation because I can look, do some quick mental math, and I know that's not true. So this could be inverse or it could be neither. So let's take a look. Now I need to know if x times y is the same constant. So I'm going to take 4.5 times 8, and I get 36. I'm going to take 3 times 12, and I get 36. And I'm going to take 2 times 18, and I get 36. So since all of my x's times their corresponding y value gives me the same constant, I know this is inverse variation. Okay, let's take a look at one last example. X and y. I have 1 and 0.2, 40 and 8, and 26, 5.2. Now, if you feel pretty confident in this, feel free to pause the video and try it yourself. Remember, this could be direct, inverse, or neither. All right, let's go through this. So right off the bat, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, well, x divided by y, or y divided by x, excuse me. Right here, that's the only nice numbers I have. Oops, I did not want to be on black. I wanted to be on blue. Actually, I want to be on purple. So if I have 8 over 40, I know that's really 1/5. Now the 26 and the 5.2, I don't know. But right here, I have 0.2 divided by 1. Well, anything divided by 1 is itself. And 0.2 happens to be the decimal version of 1/5. So now I just need to grab a calculator and test, is 5.2 divided by 26, is that also 1/5 or 0.2? And in this case, when you plug that into a calculator, it's 0.2. So since all of these are 1/5 or 0.2, because those are the equivalent fraction decimal pairings, this is direct variation. I hope that helps.